And I'm going, all right, team. So we are now just going to go live into Q&A. So I have allowed you all to unmute yourself. Now hit me up with whatever questions that you want to ask. Feel free if you'd like to turn on the video. Oh, you guys are so lovely. Thank you for your beautiful messages. Oh, Renee, honestly, I've been through so much shit now and so much adversity. I'm just really like, now, what's next? Like, seriously. And you do get to the point that you just laugh it off. Like, I think about some of the stuff and some of the challenges that I've had to overcome, even in this last 3 weeks. And I think, wow, 8 years ago, I would have been in tears. I would have had a meltdown. And now I'm just like, whatever, just laugh it off and keep on going. So yes. Trish, thank you, darling. You are awesome. Maddie, you are amazing. Thank you so much. And Yasmin, you're gorgeous. Thank you, Kylie. You've done it again. I love it. All righty. Did you lovelies have any questions? And feel free to either unmute or pop them in the chat box for me. Is there any training? Yes, there is. So Tracy says, is there any training videos explaining the compensation plan? So let me share my screen and I'll show you where to navigate them. Jeffrey's replied to our message there. He's playing along, bless his heart. All right. Oh, guys, just one other thing. In the follow-up scripts here, I've also got, if you've messaged people and you've got crickets and they haven't replied, there's a couple of other messages in here that you can use as well. My favorite one is, hey, just checking in. I don't want you to feel like I'm bugging you with messages and not hearing back from you. It's totally cool either way. Just didn't want to let this conversation slip through the cracks if you were serious. And then I love to say, hey, just wanting to circle back to our conversation about dream trips. Just didn't want you to feel like I was bugging you and not hearing back from you, but hey, totally cool either way. Just didn't want to let this conversation slip through the cracks if you really wanted to get started or something like that. And if you still don't get a reply from that, hey, I hope all is okay and you haven't been abducted by aliens, but hey, I've left a couple of messages. I haven't heard back. I don't want you to feel like I'm bugging you. So look, I'm just going to cross you off my list. I'm going to make you a no for now, but hey, if anything changes in the future, just let me know. Have an awesome day. The amount of people I sign up from that last message is insane because nobody wants to be crossed off the list. So but I say it in a really loving way and I make it fun. And they're like, no, I'm interested. I've just been really busy and like it's just hilarious. Okay. So that is that and compensation plan. So if we go into our IBO training, there's a lot of training videos in here. So you can see here we have basic comp plan training. That's actually with Mark Smith. That's an older video. This is one that I've done. And this one here. So these two here, Tracy, are compensation plan videos. So if you click on that, you can see here, now that you've joined, your next question may be, how do I get paid? So I go through the compensation plan. There's the actual compensation plan that you can download here. And then that's the YouTube link. And then there's another one that I did. So there's 2 comp plan videos. Now you can also just go directly to my YouTube channel because that's where I put everything. We are putting everything into Kajabi, so that'll be up and running for you soon. So you can do a search here and type comp plan or just go to videos. And I know I'm adding lots in here now, but you'll see as you scroll down, there we go. There's a comp plan video right there. I know that there's 2. There we go. There's the other one. Wow, that comp plan video has had 110 views. That's crazy. I only posted that 12 days ago. So there's 2 comp plan videos. That one's a bit shorter, but that will actually explain that for you, my love. Isn't that called Don't Be Bitter, Be Better? I don't remember. I think that might be Jim Rohn. I learned that from. I'm just going through the chat. So that was the comp plan one. Nicole, how can we do this just as an affiliate? So without having to do the relationship. Okay, really great question. So Nicole says, how can we do this as just an affiliate? So without having to do the relationship building and inboxing with everyone, how does that work? So Nicole, I'm going to presume what you're meaning by that is how do we do this with cold market versus how do we do this with warm market? Because There's no way of working around the relationship, because it doesn't matter what business that you're in, every business is based on relationships. So a lot of people think if they do cold marketing that they don't have to build the relationship, but you actually still have to build the relationship. And especially doing online marketing. Look, I've been doing online marketing now for 15 years, and it's actually imperative to build the relationship in online marketing. But basically what you're doing is people will buy from people who they know, love, and trust. And to do that, you have to build a relationship. If there's no relationship, there's no trust. So online, the way to do that is exactly what I'm doing with you guys. It's showing up on video, and it's adding value, and it's being real and raw and authentic. People don't want the polished, perfect, pretty professional. They want this. They want real, raw, vulnerable, authentic, like straight between the eyes, no BS, no hype, no fluff, really honest, genuine. This is how it is. Now, I do that through video. I also do it through copywriting. Copywriting is a little bit harder though, because as you would all know, and I'm sure you've heard this before, a picture says 1,000 words. So what you can say in 1,000 words with copywriting, one picture can actually tell the story. But then a video is the next best thing, because Tracy and I haven't actually met each other, but we've had lots of video conferencing. So, Tracy, I'm presuming that, you'd like to think that we're friends and we know each other, right? Because we've built that relationship. Tracy and I have only been on a handful of Zooms where we've had conversations with each other, but Tracy's probably going to feel like, yeah, definitely, exactly. Tracy's going to feel like she knows me, because when I speak on video, I'm speaking her language. I'm talking to her. Obviously, we've done, messaging on social media. But at the end of the day, people will make a decision based on that they trust you. And when it comes to online marketing, and I hate to give you this scary statistic, I actually gave this scary statistic to Martin Roth this morning. One of the mentors that I've worked with for the last 15 years, his name's Frank Kern. If you look him up, he is like the grandfather of not network marketing, the grandfather of online marketing. I've learned Facebook ads from him, funnels, copywriting, like he is the master. And he's real Clint Eastwood style. Like he's so straight in your face, like dry as they come. Like it's like he'll say to you, I'm sending you this video because I'm going to sell you something at the end. See how I did that? And like, he cracks me up. He's so funny. But he talks about when it comes to online marketing, from a complete stranger through to someone buying from you, it can take 32 touch points. 32. Now, when you think about though, that can happen pretty quickly. You might see a Facebook ad, you might see a Facebook post, you might then get a message, you might get an email, you then look at a free opt-in, you get another email, then there's another post, and there's another Facebook ad, and so forth. So it doesn't take long, but that's why it's so important to be consistent on social media. If we have a look at my YouTube channel here, guys. So 3 weeks ago at the beginning of this promo, I think I had about 60 followers. So I've more than doubled. Now, 103 subscribers isn't a lot of people when it comes to the YouTube world, but I've consistently posted videos and added massive value. Now, I was just doing that because I'm going to run these calls for my team anyway. I'm popping them up there so that then we've got the recording that I can easily put into our Facebook group as a resource for our team. But what I'm also doing is I'm showing up consistently. I'm adding value. So people are searching for stuff. They're finding my videos, and I get people every day messaging me saying, hey, can I join your team? What's your $1 promo link? I saw your video on YouTube. I'd really like to get started. So that is because, again, when someone watches my video, and because I am being real and raw and genuine, that's how I'm building that relationship. And like, they're literally like, I wake up and they'll go, I'm in, sign me up. Where's your link? So that's how I'm building that relationship. So hopefully that answers your question. And I know, Tracy, if you don't mind me sharing a little bit of your story, but Tracy's an amazing influencer. And Tracy, I'm just going to actually share your TikTok channel for a second. Everybody should follow Tracy's TikTok channel. Let me just find it. I've even got you in my shortcuts now, Trace. How awesome is that? Because I share your story. There we go. Okay. Pop your link below, Trace, to your TikTok channel. So this is Tracy's TikTok channel. You can see there, Tracy's got 23.6 thousand followers. That doesn't suck, right? Now, one of the videos Tracy did, look at this, how to save money on accommodation. Now, Tracy literally just went on, recorded it like, I don't know, what, a 30-second, 60-second video with some price comparisons in our portal. And look, that has generated 55,000 views. Hooly badoolies. Now, that's all great, but then you've got to take them somewhere. Now, in Tracy's bio, she's got a link, and this goes to a thing called a link tree. You can create your own link tree, like it's free. Again, I'm not trying to distract you or sidetrack you, but I'm just showing you now what Tracy's doing. Now, if someone just clicks this sign up link, they've watched a video, and all of a sudden there's nothing there apart from, can you put your email address in? Most people are not going to do that. If they do put their email address in, the next thing it asks for is a password. And they're thinking, what? Why have I got to create a password? And then they've got to put all of their info in. And then they come through to the membership options and they're going, wait a minute, I saw a video on how to save on travel. And now I've given you all of my info and I'm supposed to be joining up for $1, but I've got all these 3 membership options. Like, what the actual F, right? So we don't want to send people straight to a link. And coming back to your question, who asked the question? Nicole, we haven't built the relationship yet. We've got to have a few more steps along the way before we give them the link, right? So instead, I'm just going to share my screen again. From Tracy's bio, we go to the link tree. Tracy's created a Facebook group. Now, inside of that Facebook group, Tracy's then drip feeding on her people. She's building the relationship and then they can connect. Now, personally, I think you need to have a one-to-one conversation with someone before you can actually sign them up. And part of that for me is quality control, because I don't want to join someone who is negative, rude, obnoxious, whatever, because I might end up on a dream trip with them. And we also want to make sure that when they join, they know how to log in, they know how to find the portal. Because as you all know, when you've all experienced, you've gone to your website, you see Dream Trips, but right now we're still working the tech in the background. You know, I think Renee, you might have said it last night, like, so I've got to click on hotels to book flights. Like, are you kidding me? Because we've got to take them from the Dream Trips portal to the travel portal. And that's where you want to have a really good onboarding process, which ironically, Tracy and I are working towards. We've got an incredible project team, a task force team that's building out a member-only onboarding process and Facebook nurture group. So we will have that for all of you shortly. But hopefully that has answered your question, Nicole. All righty. But it's all about building the relationship is what it comes back to. Okay. Well, guys, how do you record like Tracy did? And are you able to remove the V before my name? I can't. All right. So let me answer that question first, Nicole. So when you, if you click down the bottom of the screen and it says participants, then go up to the screen and hover your mouse over your name. You'll see the line grays out, and then you want to click more, and then you want to click rename. And so when you rename, you can change that to absolutely anything. So for example, we've got Tracy online. If I go to Tracy's, click more, and I'm going to rename, and I'm going to put the Aussie Travel Gal. Oops, my puppies are saying hello, everybody. There you go, and you've done it. Awesome, Nicole. Beautiful. So yes, you all now know how to rename yourself in Zoom. How freaking awesome is that? Alrighty. You just never know what questions you're going to get asked on these Zooms, I tell you. Now, what was the other question? Trish, how do you record like Tracy did? Trace, do you want to unmute and just quickly share how you did your little video?
Sure.
Just put you on the spot.
So basically what I did, just hold on, I'm just going to shut my door. Okay, so basically what I did first, obviously, is about the prep work at the beginning, front end. So with this particular one, I went on and was in the actual portal for DreamTrips, had a look at the accommodation versus going into booking.com and just doing a comparison. Obviously, there was a whole heap and just chose one that I thought would be a good example. So then in TikTok, you can actually record videos in TikTok, the TikTok platform on the app itself. So it's just a matter of selecting the button and just doing a bit of but basically I did a bit of a talk about the comparison, and then I twisted the camera around, had the screens on of the booking.com and also the DreamTrips travel portal to show. And then I just quickly, basically with my mobile phone, did a video screen of what the price was in booking.com, and then went straight over into the DreamTrips portal to show the savings. And I think it was like $300 savings. It was a Mercure hotel in Sydney, and I think the room was about $600, and that was in booking.com. And then in the actual travel portal on DreamTrips, it was about a $300 savings, and you could get it for $300. So there you go. There's an example that you can see.
I'm going to play the video, Trace. So you've just filmed that with your phone, right?
That's it. Yep.
So let's.
And then you can do the editing within the app as well.
Booking accommodation. Can you guys hear that? When I press play, can you hear that, Trace?
I can't hear it yet.
Example, in booking.com, booking accommodation at Regis Sydney Airport Hotel on the 19th of October for one night. And then I'm going to show you how much it is in the new loyalty program travel portal I've been talking to you about in the previous videos. Okay, we're in booking.com. Here we go. Sydney, Thursday the 19th of October to adults, and we've got Regis Sydney Airport.
Oh, it was Regis, not Mercure.
Now, scrolling down to the pricing. And here we go, 329, 356, 326 for one night. Okay, Regis Sydney Airport Hotel, 19th, 10th, check out 20th of the 10th, saving $53.20, $246.79 per night. There is a great example. I'm going to show you an example.
So you can see there, guys, it's not perfect, it's not polished, it's not professional, it's real, it's raw, and literally anyone can do that. Now, the other thing and how I do all of my videos is I just film everything through Zoom, which is the platform that you're all on. Now, you don't need a paid account. You can literally sign up for a free Zoom account. You jump on a meeting with yourself, and then you share your scan and you share your screen and you record it. So again, just play with it. Now, Tracy, when you set up your channel in like November last year, is that right?
September last year, yeah.
September. So guys, social media and cold marketing, it takes time. Like I've been building my profile on Facebook now for like 8 years. And now I'm getting real traction through Facebook. YouTube, I literally only started posting videos in YouTube, like really, in the last few weeks when we launched our $1 promo. And now that's already starting to get some traction. So the key with any of this attraction marketing, number one, you got to be consistent. Number two, you've got to add value. And number three, you've got to be patient, because you just never know how long it's going to take. And, what will happen is you'll keep posting. And then all of a sudden, boom, it'll flip, and then it'll just take off like crazy. And you just never know where that's going to be. And it's also the exact same with your business with DreamTrips. In this business model, you're adding on one at a time, and you're thinking, man, it's taking so long, and then you'll do a $1 promo like I did after, like we've done well, like we've built this over a period of time, and then you put in, several hundred people within a 3-week time frame. I know that we will put in thousands this month, but that didn't happen in my first week of doing this. You know, it's taken 8 years to get to that point. So it's also, as I said, overcoming all of those tests, trusting in the process, and don't get caught up with comparitis. Like, you know, for example, Shush is one of our top leaders. And if you saw him on the big announcement video, now Shush shares a position. So you've all locked in one spot in this business on your own. Shush shares his spot with Peter and Dr. Wu. The three of them combined all have 30 plus years experience in network marketing. The three of those combined probably have a network of, you know, a reach of contacts from the previous, you know, companies and stuff that they've done of millions of people. It's not fair if I compare myself against them, because I'm one person that's been doing this for 8 years versus 3 amazing top leaders who have joined forces who are doing this 30 years each. That's 90 years experience. But I do want to compete. I do want to look at them and learn from them. I want to look at what they're doing and say, wow, if they've done that, that's possible. How can I go faster? How can I be better? Not, that's not fair. They've got this many and I don't. That's being bitter. How can I be better? And I reached out to Shush. I said, hey, you guys are crushing this. You are the king. Like, how are you doing this? And, you know, he just gave me everything. He's like, look, this is literally the recipe. This is what we do. I'm like, oh my gosh. And, you know, so obviously I've learned from that. And there's certain things that we're doing that we will now adopt and add on to be able to make it quicker and faster. And it all comes down to systems. And, you know, it's also falling in love with the game, and it's trusting in the process. Sometimes we want to go faster. Sometimes it feels really slow. And as we say, fast is fun, slow sucks. But just trust. If you are going all in and you're giving it your everything and you're giving it your best, trust in the process, it will flip. And all of a sudden you'll bring on some rock stars and your team will just explode literally overnight. All righty. Well, guys, I think that's all the questions. I know we've gone over the hour, so I do apologize, but I hope that you've gotten some great value. Thank you for plugging in and jumping on. So if we just go to our little schedule for tonight, we have a presentation tonight. Oops, sorry, I've got so many chats. Where are we? Here's my little structure chat. Alrighty, so we are Wednesday. So tonight is 6 p.m. presentation, and I will be on tonight with the amazing Kerry. So Kerry, my beautiful bestie, of course, Kerry and I went to Santorini together. We'll be going to Fraser Island together, and we're crashing her honeymoon in Dubai together. So really excited to have Kerry on with me tonight. She is our CLO, our Chief Love Officer. Everybody loves Kerry, which is amazing. Now, guys, there is one more really important thing I just want to share with you before I go. Oh, and it's 11:11. Look at that. Guys, if you haven't yet booked the Fraser trip, get on the Fraser trip. It's not just about getting on a dream trip, like you're experiencing the product, but it's who's going to be on that trip. This is the founding big launch trip for Australia. All of our top leaders are going to be on that Fraser trip. The owners are flying in for that trip. And I don't want you to think about the money it's going to cost you to get there. And I found out this morning, they've added some extra rooms. So there's 3 rooms left right now, but it closes today. Today is our last chance to be able to get you on that trip. Like, I know everyone has to be financially responsible, but guys, do whatever you can do. Like, I promise you, if you can get on that trip, what you are going to learn, what you are going to experience, just being on the radar with our leadership team, with Mark and Tammy Smith, the conversations that you're going to have, you know, when we talk about growth, you are going to, I've got goosebumps from head to toe right now. You are going to grow exponentially. It is going to be amazing. Now, you can also book that trip and you can add on an extra person. So who do you know that would absolutely, we need to get on that trip? Going on that trip with Mark and Tammy Smith is like going on a trip with Tony Robbins, or going on a trip with Richard Branson, or, you know, whoever your most successful guru mentor is that you look up to. Like, there's no way in heck I would do anything to not miss that trip. So that's my coaching to obviously get to hang out with me. I like to think I'm fun. I'll give you a big hug, but absolutely make sure that you book that trip. There are 3 rooms available right now, which means 3 of you plus 3 guests, like bring a team member as well. It is going to be epic. And like really, like I've personally put this trip together. Like it is kick ass. It is going to be amazing. So you can say, I can't afford it. You can, say, I don't have time. You can come up with all of the excuses in the world. But what I know is if you get on that trip, on the other side of that trip, you will be able to fast track this like that. And I've seen it time and time again. People who go on the trip, you get everything that you need to then go build this in a really big way. So if you really want to build the business, absolutely get on that trip. All right, guys, thank you so much for jumping on. Love you all. And presentation tonight, 6 o'clock. Make sure you invite your guests. All righty. See you guys.